Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the new top team for the Sylvan squad Ravaged ROM. It has allowed me to get around a 1 trillion score boost. We're up to over 52 trillion right now. There is still RNG as you guys can see from the runs here. However, it does have the potential for a max account to even break 52 trillion damage. Now team 1 is going to be the same team 1 that we have like shown in the previous weeks. However, and you know, if you don't have Sylvan, there is a Damon version that we showed in the previous video and things like that. One copy of Mahira is working, but this is the best team number 1 basically. Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left. You have Mahira and Aurora on the Stellar Bond. Sylvan in front of Mahira and the Phantom buffing up Mahira further. You have Valar in the back left, and there's all with the Blade Chaser artifact. The charm lineup is important, so pay attention. We have Eagle Charms on Twins. That is definitely the best. Sorcery Charms on Valar were the best for me. I did testing of Sorcery versus Mystic on Valara, and they're close, but I was getting my top scores with Sorcery. Then we have Sorcery on Aurora, we have Mystic on Mahira, and Arcane Charms on the Sylvan. So that is going to be the Team 1 lineup, optimal lineup that you can run. And for Team 2, this is the new Team 2, which was shared by Marius GMB. And this was the one that was best performing for me and other players who have a built-up Granny. Now, the thing is, if you have a low copy Granny, there were teams I showed even in the last video we made on Sylvan Squad that you can still give a try. But basically, the major change that has happened this week is switching Faramore to the Arcane Charms. It seems that the Arcane Charms of Faramore are actually going to be the way to go for this Sylvan squad. It definitely allowed me to get a new record and by quite a big margin. So you have Faramore buffing up Granny in the back, and the Phantom also buffing up Granny. Ravion in the upper left, and Ravion is standard charms, and then blast charms on Granny, which are standard. Obviously double refine all of them. We have the resources to do so, and resonating spell. But yeah, if you have a low copy of Granny, I mean, you can try this team. However, you can try the previous week teams, but basically the shift has been changing Faramore onto the arcane charms, which are worth giving a try. It may be help you to get a higher record, and that is basically it. There is going to be RNG in these teams, as you guys can see here. I've done multiple runs, and some of them were ranging pretty low. It really comes down to your team 1 RNG. This is going to determine your overall score. The team 2 is pretty consistent in how it performs. Yeah, I don't know exactly where this RNG is coming from. It probably comes in the form of Mahira's damage somehow. The team doesn't have survival issues, so like it will always last the whole duration of the fight, even if you have like a 1 copy Mahira. However, just about the damage timing and everything is going to determine your damage output and your overall total score. So that's basically going to be it for this video. Hopefully this is helpful, allowing you to get maybe a minus score boost. Now, yesterday we had Dauntless squad. There was actually a kind of minor upgrade, which I can just briefly show you right now. And then we had the Immortal squad before that. Basically, there have not been any major changes since the last video lineup that I've shared. However, probably going into the next week, which will be, I think, the final week of squad rotation, or like basically after we're done with the Aurora squad right now, it will be the final set of squad rotation. Then I will be again updating you guys on the current top performing teams, so you make sure you have your locked in top team for when the Ultimate Siege comes around, which will be the final, the final 3-day gauntlet of capping out your total score across all squads. And because that is what you will determine basically to get your rewards, your end of basically Ravaged ROM rewards, final rewards, which are what everyone's competing for, which is the Abyssal Essence, of course, to be in the top 100 in the Ultimate Siege ranking. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you guys can take a look at it here and maybe compare the damage output. Looks like we're gonna get 40.6 trillion on the team 1, which has to be a really good score because this was my all-time top score, and the RNG is just really in this number 1 team. The team 2 is pretty consistent in what it does. I can briefly show you, if you guys are interested, on what I was running for Dauntless squad and for Immortal squad. There were mainly only updates to the overall top pay-to-win team. If you guys take a look at it here, I did hit a 49 trillion, a bit over 49 trillion, and that was with this one. So the team 1 has slightly changed for the Dauntless squad overall top team. It does work at even 1 copy of Contest, but you need to have Bailran built to run this team. And then the team 2 has changed, and it has Shakira now in it, rather than Odie, basically. Kruger, Nazarick, and Shakir. or rather than even Corden. This is basically the preferred option, and you have the Mystic Charms on Shakir. The other heroes basically are the charms I have recommended in the past. So that was how Dauntless Squad was looking. Immortal Squad. So Immortal Squad, as far as I'm aware, actually there has been no change. I got basically the same score as I got in the previous round. Aurora Squad, there was a slight change, so I can show it to you guys briefly here. I didn't even do that many runs, but basically the cap was around 50.5 trillion, as you guys can see here. And the modification is, well, first of all, if you guys didn't pay attention to my pinned comment or my message on my Aurora Squad video, Kulu needs to be in this position. If you're running the Heroic on Team 1, even one copy Kulu, it doesn't matter, but Kulu needs to be in this position, and this needs to be the team positioning for Team 1. This is the optimal Team 1 to run. If you have Forester and Heroic built, even one copy of Kulu. The charms are the same as were recommended in the previous video. Sorcery Charms on the Forester or Cute on the Kulu. And Team 2 has slightly changed. It's very, very slight. Like, basically, before it was just shifted up, everyone up one tile to the right and up basically. Now it's back, but basically that is it, and the charm lineup is exactly the same as you would have predicted. But basically that is the only change that has happened for the Aurora Squad. So again, there really hasn't been any major changes. That's why I haven't really made any updated videos, but just to give you the rundown right now of what currently I'm running. And yeah, but we will make an updated video, of course, going through all squads, even some of the more free-to-play friendly budget options, when we're nearing the end and the ultimate siege, because that's when you need to make sure you're running your top team, because everyone wants to get those final ranking rewards. The Abyssal Essence top 100 is what people are shooting for. The daily ranking is honestly not as important, because yeah, it's just some minor Twilight Essences, and the final ranking is the one that matters. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is gonna be it for this video. If there are any other teams working for you, or even today if you're running a different granny team formation, you can share that in the comment section, or if you're running different charm lineup, feel free to share that. That is always appreciated and can help others out. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Firelight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.